You know how I've mentioned before, sometimes I get a sore throat from talking a lot, right? Or because like my voice is a bit strained, and I'm getting used to like talking a lot. Um, the thing that I wasn't prepared for was last night my sinuses hurt a lot, which was really weird. It was weirder to me because I know I'm not sick and I know I didn't get cold, but my sinuses like are up above my nose, but before my eyes, kind of spot like that, like just little bridge there in the center, really hurts. And the funny thing is, like, if I still have my nose piercings and like fucking high nostril piercings and stuff, I would just chop that up to just that. Because like sometimes what would happen is it would be like um I don't know, uh what Grim just say then? Uh, he forgot to tell his fucking drone to follow him. No worries, Grim. Yeah, sometimes when my nose would ache and I had the piercings in, I wouldn't really think much of it because I'm like, oh yeah, they're just being stuffy or irritated or swollen, or I bumped them or something. I always just assumed that I bumped them in the night, but now I don't have that because I took them out because quadruple piercings in your nose, I have a really strong sense of smell, apparently. And so I could smell the metal all the time, and it just smelt revolting to me after a while. And I couldn't, like, no matter how much I cleaned it every single day and, like, kept it all, like, nice and clean, it was still, like, I don't know, a horrible constant smell. It was like having trash on your nose at all times. Well, I know bless us into that. I'm not. Um, and, yeah, so I got rid of them. What's that, 540 hours for all the fuel? Holy shit. It'll get through it eventually. Like, we'll have so much fuel. I think all of my minutes, sorry. Yeah, sorry, I read that as like hours for some reason. I put all my what do you call it? Electricals and shit on. Not electricals, my gunpowder and stuff on to cook at one point, and that should be all finished by now. That was hundreds of minutes. Well, yeah, literally hours, I guess. But yeah, I also want to make this a bit wider because I'm seeing stuff over there in the walls. So I might just, after I scrape this down to all about the same-ish height, I might just go over there and like scrape into the walls a bit. Lol. I thought I left you heaps of coffee. You seriously got all the coffee on your drone? I made him like 2 rows of coffee. God damn. Shit. Oh, his house. It's fine. The only problem with being in crouch mode to dig, sorry, is the fact that when something collapses, you cannot get out of there fast enough. That's the only problem. Yeah, well, I'll go and I'll mine all the trees eventually. Was it? It's my nug mug, actually. What? Did he just say? It's my nug mug. Actually, no, my mug is more useful. What? Your nug mug? That is something. I've never heard that before. Yeah, no, I'll go and mine. Oh, new mug. I will go and mine all my trees and shit after I finish with this hole. So yeah, it's a good thing Grim's making a shit ton of fuel. But I had planted 1,033 trees. I've harvested a couple because I wanted to harvest the coal under it. But yeah, I'll go do that. So it's not like I'm short on wood or anything. Imagine a nug mug is a mug that's shaped chicken nug. I was kind of thinking something along the same thing. I was also thinking like more of like maybe a nutmeg, like a nutty, kind of like a hazelnutty shaped mug or something, you know, that kind of thing. But it made absolutely no sense. And yeah, a nug mug, like a chicken nugget mug, would probably be like a better thought process there. It's like an acorn shape would be so cute. Yeah. You know, they actually do have those. The only problem with them, I believe, is the fact that if you want it to sculpt like an acorn, you either have to have a kind of pointed base and like a false like surrounding bit, like say either glass or plastic or something to help support it, or you have to have a flat bottom to it, which I think acorns are supposed to be pointed, like round pointed kind of thing. Hey, good. I did accidentally decimate your house a little bit. Let's see. You did nail it. The only problem is I want to put stuff in it, so I don't know if you want to pick it up. Yeah, I realized as soon as I put stuff in it, like, he can get it out of there, but he has to be able to pick it up. Yeah, he can go up that way. I'm pretty sure Grim might have parkour, maybe, or at least like a little bit. There we go. Yeah, when it's unlocked, I'll put stuff in it. So you can have it with the tip on the acorn and the fat round crisscross section as the base. That is true. I was just thinking because, like, with the acorns, you normally there's like the emphasis on that little like roughy bit at the top, and then you get what do you call it? Get like that little cap looking bit with like the little stick. That's what I imagine. So, are you doing more mining, Grim, or what are you doing? Just give him more time to reply. My health is still doing good. I might just feed her. Oh, yeah. I've still got a full stack of 5 on me because I came in here with like a stack of 5 plus a stack of like 10,000. I'm actually planning on collapsing a little bit under where your house is there because there's a heap of like oil shale and nitrate in the wall. I don't want to miss it, so I'm going to bring that down soon. Let me put this over here somewhere. About here. Also, if you can't ever get this to sit down, just jump. Sometimes you can do it. Need 2 repair kits. Yeah, alright. Let me get up there. I should have repair kits on me. Okay, let's see. A bit more than half. There you go. Alright. Yeah, if I give him more than half, I've got more at home. If I want more, I'll go home and I'll get them. Alright, let's get this out. Because these things, more often than not, what will happen is they run out of durability. You gotta repair them every so often. So if he has just stocked up with more repair kits, like, there's no point me having a shit ton because I'll at some point have to go back to base to get something. Ammo, fuel, whatever. I'll need to go back for something at some point. So yeah, I figure I might as well give him half a stack or more. Plus, I've got a shit ton at home. Anything I wish I had is the gyrocopter so I could fly easier. I would love to be able to just, like, get in a vehicle and just take off and be back in, like, 2 minutes or something like that, like I used to be able to. So what I want to do with this wall, I'm trying to dig under it to bring this whole thing down because it's sand and rock. If I get it right, I can get all the way under here. You got to take it down usually by 2 from above. So even though I'm under here, you have to take this down by a bit. It should break up the rest of it, hopefully. I've done this a couple of times, and as long as it's close enough to the ground that it's like by 1 block, it sometimes doesn't go. I don't know. It also depends, too, if it's more rock than anything, because nitrate is in a fair bit of rock. It may not fall anyway. But yeah, I just want to try to get some of it out of here. Alright. So, I reckon I get down in here. I like how this stuff looks. It's very pretty. I have to turn my light off. Like, it's still very pretty. Nitrate's one of the prettier ones. I kind of wish that you could, like, actually mine, like, diamonds and all sorts of shit here. Like, as if it was some kind of, like, Minecraft-y type thing. I've still never played that. I've got to play at some point. Nice if I could. Also, I was looking at, I know I keep saying, like, I'm looking at it because, like, I haven't had a chance to actually play it yet, but the Palia game, which I know I'm saying it wrong, it's like Palia or something, but, like, I actually think I'd do better with that if I had a fucking Switch for it. Because, like, when I'm finished with streaming and stuff, I kind of don't want to sit on my chair anymore. So I kind of, like, want to move away from it. But, yeah. I realized that the other day. I'm like, I know it's coming to Switch in the future. And, yeah, that would probably be enough of a reason for me to get a Switch. Not that that's, like, any kind of high priority and shit. I'd probably just list it on my throne room or something like that as, like, just a reminder for me to get sometime in the future. Also, more often than not, like, I've said this before, but not everybody knows it, but more often than not, I actually use my throne as more of, like, a reminder for myself of shit that I want to get. But, like, that way I don't forget or, like, lose my list and stuff. So I tend to like put stuff on there. So if anybody ever sees something go on there and I'm like talking about something that's like more financially important, the financially important thing is at the forefront of my mind, and that's going on the list. Like the more frivolous thing is going on the list because it's not something that I can afford any year soon. So I just don't want to forget about it. But yeah, I thought I'd just mention that because like, yeah, I don't know. What is the throne? So throne room is a private, what do you call it? What's it? It's a way that people can, hold up, let me open it. It says itself so much better than if I tried to just fumble through explaining what it is. Where are you? Yeah. It literally says what it is. Also Minecraft is pretty good. Yeah, I hear it. It's pretty good. All right. So, all right. What do you call yourself? Not that. Where's the fucking homepage thing? Hold up. Just give me a sec. I haven't actually like looked for the sake of like looking for a bit. That. Alright. So it's it doesn't say it, but it's basically it's supposed to be a safer way for people to like help support like streamers and stuff like that, like fan gifting and funding and stuff like that, that helps keep like my privacy and stuff like that more private. Like I could list like an Amazon wish list type thing or something of like things that I need or will need eventually, or things that would help me or that would improve the stream. But it would show like my address and my name and all that sort of stuff if I did it through something like Amazon, whereas Throne is more private. I can list stuff and it just keeps my personal information safe. It's not really like a Patreon thing. It's more like, it is much closer to like an Amazon wish list kind of thing than a Patreon. So basically like I can list items of like for instance, the tablet was on there. The tablet got gifted from there. And I put that up as crowdfunding because I knew it was going to be probably at least a year or more before I'd be able to afford to get it. And somebody just fully fucking funded it. And when I was in a crisis situation where my CPU fan broke, it was basically, it died. I listed a CPU fan replacement on there, and that was literally the only time I've actually asked for help with like, because it was going to prevent me from streaming because my computer was overheating severely, and it was going to do damage to all the other parts and stuff like that. So I listed it and put an open call for help with that.
Yeah, you want to stop?
Oh no, I'm trying to collapse the whole section.
Yeah, no, you can get all this. Oh, okay, never mind. Like I literally been collapsing the top part.
Yeah, I heard you mining above me. There it goes. Yeah, no, I've been collapsing the top part this whole time.
Oh, what a waste.
Yes, it is.
Oh, stop it, you pair. Fine, I'll leave you guys with that and I'll go over here then.
Yeah.
I don't even need.
Is it Bless the Raccoon? Yeah, Bless.
So much stone, it's not funny now.
Yeah, well, we have a lot of stone as well. Bless was the kind fucking soul that came to my aid when the CPU fan crapped itself and it was going to prevent me from streaming.
I've been taken off the surface so you can get to it easier.
Yeah.
The gun on my base just went off at something. So get it out.
Lol. Yeah. So it's the fucking throne thing as well is also listed like on my about page, so you guys can have a look at it if you want. It's not visible from mobile though. It's only from like PC, I think, and maybe tablets. The only thing is I see it as also a way for people to know, or get to at least like know me as well. Like see what I like, see what I'm interested in, stuff like that. Even see what I need help with and stuff. Like I have even just basic things on there like you know, a Woolworths voucher to get groceries and stuff like that, which I know would go like, you know, go a long way and stuff like that. So it's more about like the support aspect, other ways people can support me. And yeah, I don't know. I always feel like, I guess, awkward talking about stuff like this, where like anything that like costs people money and stuff like that. Like I always feel awkward about it, just because like I've always been in situations where I'm like not well off, so it's kind of like difficult for me to like logic it or like talk about it and stuff. But you know everybody's in different situations and stuff, and yeah, nobody has to spend any fucking money on me, by the way. Just to let you know, like, just lurking or just hanging out and chatting and stuff like that is more than enough. It's always more than enough to just be here, for me. Yeah, I've made myself awkward now. I'm just gonna mine for a bit. If anybody wants to, like, randomly spam emotes, they can. And watch them, like, fly around on screen. I always enjoy that too. Especially I saw those couple of little raccoons flying around before too. That was cute. Hey, Methless. I don't know if I said welcome in or if this is the first time you're chatting tonight. I feel like a couple of days all at once at the same time. Like, you've been lurking. Yeah, I feel like yesterday and today kind of rolling into one day mentally for me. So, yeah. Fucking gave you a shout out earlier too. Krem's been enjoying your streams, your building streams, and learning a lot. Yeah. So I just thought I'd let you know that. I was talking about your awesome building skills. Krem's collapsing some shit over there. And you got your beads. Glad you enjoyed love having it. Yeah. Yeah, well, like, I might not always be able to, like, watch all of a stream and stuff like that, but I try to be there. I try to, like, catch what I can before, like, my editing downloads and stuff like that go to ham. But just this week in particular, I've been trying to, like, get that extra sleep. So I've been, like, flash forwarding through everything so that I can get some rest sooner. Which I know Struvius also wants me to do. Get extra sleep and stuff. Yeah. Alright. Also, I'll have to check what that new emote slot is. I saw the one unlock before I started tonight. Also, I forgot to mention it too. For anybody that doesn't know, we hit fucking 150 followers yesterday. They're mental. It's crazy. It's crazy sauce. It's awesome. It's crazy sauce. I should probably do some of my stacks and shit. Yeah. I said I'm always like happy and, you know, I guess blown away when anybody like even just like follows me and lurks and shit. I don't know. I'm very humbled person, I guess, in that sense. I don't know. I guess it's a good kind of personality traits to have, in a way. I don't really like take anything particularly for like granted, or definitely try not to. Everything is like a big thing. Oh man. But you know, funny thing is, as much as like every so often while I'm mining, you'll hear me sigh and shit. Like I'm not actually sick of it. I'm just like remembering to breathe finally, because when I do this, I sometimes forget, and I'm like sitting here actively holding my breath without like noticing. I don't know why I do that. I sometimes do it when I'm mining, and I sometimes do it when I'm like going through like buildings and stuff when tension's up higher. Are we going for space? My turret's over there too. I'll have to go and get. It's like you're just so focused. Yeah. My body tenses up when I'm playing 7 days. So this is something I've had for years. The funny thing is when I had my last job and I would come home and play 7 days as much as physically possible before sleep, I used to find that my neck and shoulders were really tight and knotted, like really heavily knotted. Like I could not relax them downwards. But then like I'd have to like wait and go get a massage or something like that just to unknot the bastard thing. And I couldn't figure out for the life of me what the fuck was doing it. And then I realized one day it's how I play 7 days. So I actually like honestly tense up pretty solidly. Like my shoulders and stuff. This is why I've got so many like posture checks and stretches and all sorts of stuff. What's up, Grim? We got more up. We got. I was gonna say, I'm like, Grim was like lining something up then. Hey, mate. I'm like literally knocking all their fucking legs off. I must have critical. Oh shit! I didn't see you. Another one coming in. Hold up, let me get near my turret. Once I'm near it, it will activate. Here she comes. Shut up, love. Like, literally, shut the fuck up, yeah? Alright, I gotta stop reloading this thing every other time. But, yeah, I've got Cripple 'em. So the Cripple 'em mod, what you do is you shoot them with that mod in your gun. It's more likely to dismember them. And so, basically, like, you have a chance to be a little bit more protected. Like, they end up, like, having to crawl to you to finish the job kind of thing. As opposed to, like, just being able to actively run to you kind of thing. There's a third one. I can hear her. Where are you, love? Alright, I'll come to you. I assume she's up here somewhere. Where are you? What the? Oh, she got past me. I didn't even see her. It's hilarious. She got all the way up to turret. Alright. Well, the zombie's slowly walking in. I'll tell you what, I'll hang out near my turret. It'll do its job. Alright. They're coming in from, like, above where we are. Also, because Nick's online, we get the charismatic nature buff, which is, like, the green head. Grim should be alright. He's got really high skills in, like, the, what do you call it, the stabbing. If I just, like, walk forwards in front of my turret, I'll be protected. I don't really have to fight unless, like, shit goes south. So I'll just keep walking this way. Let's turn off my flashlight.
Another one.
Yeah. I'm just staying in front of my turret for now. I figured they'll come in. They'll get shot. I wish I had more learning elixir, though, because I would get extra XP for every single one. You get 400 XP per zombie that you kill. You get a little bit less if you share it between somebody else. We used to have a multiplier of like plus 300%. And we also used to have the share radius as like basically I think 1,000 or whatever. Like it was a pretty wide radius, which was funny because we had like the 10,000 map and we only could like share to the maximum fucking range.
That's what I forgot. My ammo.
Yeah. I only have my special ammo on me. I didn't bring much.
I'm really good at running away, so there's that.
Well, that and you've got the knife too to be shanking people. My only problem is I only have a bone knife. I don't have a proper hunting knife or anything like that that would actually help me defend myself. But yeah, because there's two of us down here, both of us mining with an auger, we're making a lot of noise and the augers count as a heat device, so that brings in extra zombies. So every time you're using something that's loud or a heat device, heat producing a device, like say a furnace or a workbench or cooktop or anything like that, or an auger or a chainsaw, it has a chance to bring screamers in more. And the screamers, if they do get a scream off before you get to kill them, like a proper actual scream, because they'll make a couple of screamy noises but not always bring them. But what happens is if they get a scream off, they'll bring in a horde of zombies. And like depending on what your level is, they'll bring in ones like maybe greenies, maybe just armored people, maybe even just basic ones, because like you may not necessarily be very high level. Right now it's getting dark, so I've got a like torch on again. But yeah, it always just depends. I don't mind them coming in occasionally. We don't get too many. I know Mirthless gets plagued with the bastard things. He has a lot of like devices and stuff. When we have like a town center, we end up having like 3 workbenches, 3 forges. We've got 3 of everything, but it's all localized in one location, so you can make shit super fast if you need to. Or you can just chunk up one machine and leave it running. But if you've got all 3 of us, plus we're doing stuff, plus we've got furnaces and stuff, then you just get like a lot of screamers, a lot of zombies constantly attacking your base continuously. It makes it difficult. Also, Methless, I was wondering if you're still lurking around. I was curious because Prem had a good point about like when you start with 7 days nowadays, like the issues of not being able to get water immediately and trying to stay alive regardless of like avoiding zombies and stuff like that. Like I generally, because I'm a player that like lets my person die because I don't drop anything on death, so it's no harm, no foul for me. But you don't. You try to avoid dying. So I was wondering if there's a good way to start this game as Alpha 21 that might actually help somebody to live past like the first couple of days and survive easier, because I definitely found it difficult, but I was also just willing to like let us starve and be thirsty until like I got like a base and resources and shit. But not everybody wants to play the way that I did, and or they don't have drop everything on, so it may not be a good option for them. But yeah, if you've got any ideas of that, you're welcome to like either comment them here or even in the Discord, what you call it, in the 7 Days channel. It's perfectly fine too. What are you doing, Phoenix? Phoenix has arrived, and I think he requires the butt worships of pats. Pats to the butts. Have you got enough spikes, Nick? You're putting like my bases in fucking contempt. Phoenix, what are you doing? You're not climbing us. Yeah. Yeah, well, that was what I thought too. I thought it was a really fucking good question, because like, when I started on previous alphas, it wasn't that difficult to survive. But Alpha 21 has made it real difficult for people to just immediately survive. And I would love to know, like from a perspective of like trying not to die, purposely trying not to die for as long as possible, how you would go about that. Yeah, Phoenix is up here at the moment. He's like passive aggressively half standing on Nick and half standing on the desk, because what Phoenix actually would like to do is he tends to just sleep up on my boobs when I'm at the computer. But I can't sit in that position while I'm streaming, and you guys won't hear me through him to the microphone. So he has to lay in his bed, or he has to like just be nearby, and he doesn't really want it because like he's always just slept on me.
Yeah,
So he's just slept on my chest. Well, it must be closer to you because I'm not hearing it up this end. Yeah, Phoenix has pretty much always slept on like my chest up to like my shoulders and stuff like that ever since he was a kitten. That's how he always fell asleep. It was horrible in summer. It was like sweltering heats, and he's like such a short-haired breed of cat. So you know how like you get those cats and they don't have hair? He's not like that, but he's like, his hair is very short, and when he was a kitten, he almost felt like one of those like leathery, hairless cats, because his hair was just so fine and just growing in and stuff. And yeah, so he would be like this like sopping hot fucking little kitten laying on like from my chest up to my shoulders, and I'd just be drenched in sweat. And I'm just like, can you not lay on me? But at the same time, it's so sweet and cute, and I'm like, I wanted to encourage him to lay there. Now that he's like probably 14 or turning 14, his birthday is actually only I think on the 5th of October, actually. I realized that Phoenix's birthday is the 5th of October, yeah. We normally try to do something for the cats for their birthdays. I know somebody out there is going to be all judgmental about it, but I don't give two fucks how I celebrate my pets' birthdays and stuff. So we celebrate their birthdays and we celebrate their Christmas usually by trying to get them like a little toy or something like that, or something personal, and give them like a special meal. For like maybe dinner or breakfast, depending on what it is for their birthday and Christmas. They always get that. Sometimes it's had to be like a day late because we've had to wait for like next week's pay, but it's fine. Your kitty has a box between my partner and I's computer desk, so she can get double the pats. And she suddenly woke up and ripped across my arm and then ran off earlier. It was very sudden. Yeah, they sometimes fucking do that. Like last night, Phoenix jumped up on Nick's chair, and then he kind of like got this like wired look in his face, and I looked at him and he went running, and I'm like, what the fuck was that about? But anyway, it's cat business, I'm sure of it. Super secret cat business. I wasn't in the loop. What is it? They can wait a little bit. I normally do try to like make it special and stuff. I don't know, I feel worse if I'm not celebrating it when it is. Sort of thing, you know? What's the loot houses and kitchens? Huh? You giving me...
running out of room.
Oh, okay. I have just done stacks too, so it's probably a good thing. So loot what is it? Loot houses and kitchens as well, fast food places, anywhere where I may find cooking pot. Cooking pot makes a big difference. Also do quests to try to get water filter ASAP. Emergency, I drink murky water. Risk dysentery. Murky water does damage health. It does. So you have to be, what's it? I'm guessing that's like, you know, considerate of that or something like that, or like conscious of that. I imagine that's conscious, just auto-corrected terribly. Or that, was it? Or you could die. Toilets are a good place to get murky water. Yeah, so I was kind of saying something along those lines as well, was that you've got like a way up when you drink from like any kind of like dirty water source where you could potentially get sick from it, and it does take away your health as well, so it doesn't help.
I'll log off.
Alright.
But I'll mostly finish the garage.
I'll swing by and have a look later. I'll have to go past and get stuff from Grimm's base anyway. Let me stack all this up. Krem says, see you, Nick. What did Les say before? Is my ferret is the only animal I have inside. Yeah, but then you've got like goats and stuff too as well, so like I kind of imagine that like you probably didn't have them inside. Like that was my thought process anyway. Like, everybody's different though. Like some people have like various animals inside, and some of them like keep everything exclusively outside that seems like they should be inside. So yeah, it's always interesting. No, Phoenix, did you just lick Nick? Oh my god, that was so cute. What are you being so cute for? I gotta give Phoenix a pat. Hold on. He's like nestled up in Nick's arm at the moment, like a little tiny bun. When you head off, Nick, can you turn the heater on? Yes, I am cold. I know you're not. I'm always cold. I've gotten stuff I need for cooking eggs, but it's not that hard cooking utility level for it. You know, the funny thing is, they changed the eggs. You can eat the eggs raw now. You don't have to cook them. They don't hurt your health. They used to make you sick if you ate them raw. But now you can get away with eating them raw, because I did that in Shelly's game. I got to a point where I was desperate for food, and my only choice was to eat raw eggs, and I was surprised when I didn't get sick. So that was an interesting thing to find out in Alpha 21. Is it your cat comes and goes through the window? That's fair. See, my cats are inside all the time. Phoenix is he's a purebred. I went out of my way to get him, especially back when I fucking got him, because there weren't too many people that would breed the Tonkinese. Come on, move over. So he's expensive. I don't want to lose him outside at all, ever. And we had a scare really early on after I got him, because my previous cat, Honey, I used to let her come and go inside and outside, because she was kind of like, she used to be a family cat with my family. So I'll also just kick Nick out. Discord. He's left himself in there again. Hold up. There we go. He's done this a couple times. But yeah. Yeah, Honey used to come and go. So I kind of like, when I obviously took her with me when I moved, I had to kind of like keep letting her outside, because she preferred to go out. She preferred to go to the toilet outside, which was fair. She's a very big cat. She was a very, very big cat. So she wasn't like a Maine Coon or anything, but she wasn't far off the size of one as a domestic cat. So it was a lot easier and cheaper with cat litter and stuff for her to just go outside and stuff. But Phoenix is a purebred. Fucking got all of his documents and everything. But Azula is, I think she was a accident litter. But she's a Russian blue cross calico, and the daddy is a full Russian blue, but the mummy ain't. So yeah, the fucking